So I've had the PlayStation Portal for a year now, and I must say that I really have been enjoying this thing. I know I put out the last video where I said the PlayStation Portal is useless, but that's only because of the situation that I was in, because of Hurricane Helene. But I really bought this device because I wanted something that was more portable. It gives you that portability that's needed because traveling with the PS5 really does suck. Like, it's hard to fit in my book bag. It takes up so much room in my suitcase. And so upon my initial review, I thought the PlayStation Portal is a niche-based gaming device. And honestly, I still do think that it's the same right now, a year later. But I do feel like with some of the updates that PlayStation have made, I do believe that PlayStation is now pushing past that. So in today's video, I'm giving you my 1 year review on the PlayStation Portal, and I'm gonna be going over some things that you may want to know, and then how I actually use my device and how I'm planning to use it in the future, the update 4.0.0. Then finally, towards the end of the video, who do I think this device is for and whether you should buy it or not. This is a video that a lot of people have been asking for, telling me to make an update video about the PlayStation Portal. So for those that are unfamiliar, the PlayStation Portal is a handheld device that is built specifically for remote play, basically bridging the gap between your PS5 and portable gaming, meaning that this device is simply meant to be an accessory to your PS5. And I think this is where a lot of people tend to get things confused. They tend to think this device is its own separate gaming handheld device, which was never PlayStation's intent for it to be. If people read the fine line and actually know what they're talking about, they would know that this is just a remote play device. A lot of people tend to try and compare it to the Steam Deck, to the ROG Ally X, and all these other type of handhelds, when this is simply meant to be an accessory to your PS5. So I'm not gonna really harp over too much on specs because I already made a video talking about this, but the main thing, the PlayStation Portal retails at $200. It has an 8-inch LCD screen, 60 frames per second, DualSense controller, pretty much everything that your regular PS5 remote have, this thing has. It just has a big 8-inch screen right in the middle of your joysticks. Really the only difference between it is, I mean, the joysticks are a lot smaller compared to your PS5. But other than that, everything else is the same. Now, before the most recent update, you did have to have a PS5 to actually operate this thing, as well as Wi-Fi, which is one of the, I guess, downside of it. But it's really not a bad thing because wherever you go, you're gonna have Wi-Fi. It's 2024, about to be 2025. Most places have Wi-Fi, unless you're in a situation like I was like a couple months ago where we had no power. So no power means no Wi-Fi. And then of course not having like Bluetooth capabilities to pair my AirPods with, but there's other things that you can buy to kind of get around that. So that's really not an issue. But the main thing is you have to have Wi-Fi to be able to connect this thing. A lot of people are always talking about you only can connect to it at home and your home Wi-Fi, this and that, and that's so much further from the truth. And I literally have traveled to Mexico and I'm here in South Carolina, and this thing worked flawless. I played college football 25 with no issues, and I played online games. So it's really not that bad. Like, as long as your Wi-Fi is pretty good, you'll be fine. And even like at home, whenever I was doing that, I'm not even connected to like Ethernet. I'm not even hardwired into my PS5. I'm strictly Wi-Fi. But I will say my PS5 is in the same room as my router, and it works so good. But relying heavily on Wi-Fi is probably the only downside for me. Let's talk about the latest update, which is update 4.0.0. The latest update is a game changer. It's really mind blowing with all the updates that they have made in just a single year. And they have improved the Portal drastically. And I mean drastically, bro. But obviously this one here, the update 4.0.0, this is a complete game changer. The reason why this is a game changer is simply because of the fact now you really don't even need a PS5. Now the other part to this is you have to have the PlayStation Plus premium subscription. Now if you don't have the PlayStation Plus premium subscription, you're gonna need your PS5. That's the only way you can access what's now is cloud streaming. Right now that subscription is, I believe, maybe like $160, somewhere in there. I got it on Black Friday, so it was like $110 if you pay for it for the whole year. Now you can do monthly pay, but I just go ahead and pay for it for the whole year. It just makes sense to do that. So right now, cloud streaming is currently in beta, and it has approximately about a little over 120 games. And for PlayStation to actually listen to us and give us this option to use cloud streaming, I have to tip my hats off to PlayStation for doing that, because That was such a great idea. And then also it's an opportunity for them to either capitalize on people to upgrade to the PlayStation Plus premium subscription. I thought that was as much as I hate to move and pay that much for the subscription, but that was like a brilliant business idea for them to even do this. And I think now that's give PlayStation a chance to see and test the market on whether people actually like this or not. Because if they do, they might even actually give us an actual PSP, like give us that old version of its own separate handheld device. I actually enjoy the idea of this remote play device, honestly, just because I feel like PlayStation might try and come out with something to make us pay for different games. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they won't, but it's just my idea. I'm thinking business wise, this is an opportunity for them to charge for other games on separate consoles. And that's my idea, and that's what I have in mind, what I think they would do, because it's another opportunity for them to capitalize and make money. So, and that's just what I'm thinking. I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, right now it's in beta, and I think this is only gonna continue to get better. They're gonna continue to make more updates and add more games into the cloud streaming. Eventually, it's gonna be even better a couple months from now. So with cloud streaming, you get up to 100 gigs of storage to save your progress and pick up right where you left off. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. I have been fairly enjoying this thing. Honestly, man, I've been playing some crazy games. I've been playing Lawnmower Simulator using cloud streaming. I don't know what made me want to do that. Yeah, so far, man, the update has been pretty good. I do feel like some of the little micro stutters, it has been a little bit better, but I also have been feeling since the update 4.0.1, I get a little bit here and there, but it's not as bad as it once was, like when we first got the Portal. So the way I've been using this device is I play it whenever I want to play on the go. And whenever I just want to pick up my game and go sit on the couch, or sometimes I even have to go up to my office while I wait on clients. And I just find it easily for me to be able to do that with the Portal, and it worked flawlessly. Like, honestly, as long as my internet connection is good, it works pretty good. Because one of the things, I always feel like I'm constantly working at my desk, whether that's I'm doing some work for a client, or I'm having meetings via Zoom, or whether I'm just actually taking the time to spend some time on my PS5 and play some video games. And sometimes I don't want to sit at my desk all the time, because I feel like I'm here at least a good 70 to 80% of the time. You let my wife tell it, this is like my home. This is where I sleep. I honestly spend a fair amount of time here. And for me to be able to go somewhere else in another room, or even go in a room with my wife, whatever she's maybe doing, whether she sleep or something, I can literally take my Portal and go in there without having to move my PS5. And the main thing, honestly, it's just so easy to travel with. That's really the biggest thing that I really enjoy about it. Like, I can take it wherever I want to go. And that's really just how I use it. I just take it with me whenever I'm going places, and I just play the game. And it's worked pretty good for me so far this year. And that's how I'm going to continue to use it for 2025. Just take it with me whenever I'm traveling, or whenever, going somewhere to go to work, have a work break, and I'm gonna play it then. So who do I think this device is for, and should you buy it? So I will say, if you are a PlayStation gamer, then this device is for you. If you're considering buying this, then I don't see why you wouldn't have it. Because like I mentioned earlier, it's super convenient. You can take it with you wherever you're traveling to, instead of carrying your PS5, unless you're doing something with family and you want to take your system with you to enjoy with other family members, stuff like that. But if it's just you're just solo traveling, or you're traveling with your spouse, whoever you may be traveling with, and you're really gonna be the only one playing your game, then the Portal will be a great tool to have with you while you're traveling if you game a lot. I mean, I know you have other options out there where you don't necessarily have to connect via Wi-Fi to be able to play it, but I like to think of it like Apple. Like, when it comes to if you have an iPhone, more than likely you probably have an iPad or a MacBook, or even a iMac, whatever. You have some type of Apple product. Keep it as the same ecosystem, just like you do with Apple products. So I think this thing works pretty good and serves a purpose for the PS5, as it is an accessory to your PS5. I can play whatever PlayStation games that I want, or whatever games that's on my system, and I can literally get up from my PS5 and pick back up where I left off from my PS5 on the Portal. I think it's like very convenient to be able to do that, and I'm big on convenience, so this is why I say, if you are a PlayStation gamer, then this device is for you. Now, if you don't have a PlayStation and you are a PC gamer, then this is definitely not for you. I would not recommend getting this, just solely because of the fact that it only runs on Wi-Fi. Just because of the fact you have other options, like, as I mentioned earlier, the Steam Deck and the Rogue Ally X, the Legion Go, all those other PC, handheld PC options. So to end the video, if you are really considering getting a PlayStation Portal, just think about what are you using it for. Like, how are you planning to use it, and the type of games that you play. I think that's most important. If you're like an online gamer as well, you like to play games like Call of Duty, like Warzone, and whatever, any type of multiplayer game where you're playing online, or Fortnite, I'm not sure this device will be for you as well, because the lag that you get on Call of Duty, then it's kind of bad. It was hard for me to actually get some good matches in. So consider those type of things when you're looking at getting the Portal. And this is just my experience, the things that I've experienced since having a Portal for a year now. So if you enjoyed this video, man, be sure to give it a like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you had the Portal, let me know how your experiences have been since you had it. And if you're planning to get one, what are some things or some questions that you may have concerns about it? Drop that down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.